Mr. McCormick, you are up next.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And thank you to the witnesses for being here today. It means a lot to us and how we move forward in our deliberations and legislation. Dr. Matty, AI has become standard in the private sector. Obviously, it's making a lot of advances. In the DoD, I feel like we're a little bit behind right now. This delay has created some vulnerabilities, both in our ability to protect our information and actually advance our weaponry downrange. How are groups like the Defense Innovation Unit making sure the DoD stays competitive in the advancement of these contracts, which a lot of times get delayed and deliberated over? And I feel like the competitive advantage the CCP has over us, they got one guy making a decision, and everybody just goes forward. Here, we have to negotiate, and there's favoritism, and there's all kinds of things that delay the most efficient thing to happen. Doesn't mean we're not competitive, and doesn't mean that we don't have better ideas, but how do we streamline this process to make sure we are the most competitive we can be?
So I know that my teammates over in DIU were here recently and provided some information and testimony on the successes they've had to address the issues that you highlighted. I will tell you from our role in the CDAO, we appreciate the partnership with DIU and the efforts that they have on engaging with industry. I think that what we're able to do together is they focus on the speed, as you mentioned before, trying to overcome some of those administrative hurdles. We're focused on how do we architect those solutions in such a way that they are able to scale. And I think that most folks that know or are familiar with this particular technology area understand that you can design something early on that provides you to have, I'll say, a static framework that doesn't allow for that growth and that acceleration. And that's why I think it's important that we have the various teams working together in an integrated fashion, but still maintain that core competencies so that when they focus on how do we get through those process types of efforts, that we can then apply the appropriate technological rigor so that it'll be successful in the long run from a development standpoint. Thank you.
And actually, that makes a good segue to my next question, Ms. Arrington. We talk about integration, we talk about inefficiencies. What I understand is that your responsibilities are diffused amongst more than 30 chief information officers at various DoD components.
Yes.
In all those agencies and elements and everything like that, my question is, surely there's got to be an opportunity to streamline this. What I'm worried about is you have so many people coming together and doing so many things, but how do you make sure that they're working together and that you're as lean and mean as you need to be going forward and that you're not kind of working against each other?
Absolutely great question, and thank you for asking it, sir. What we have done since I've taken over the seat is we've collaborated. I brought all the DoD and CISOs together and honing in on our core requirements and making sure that the DoD interoperability is primary function for ours. So what we've done as far as like the cloud computing contracts, we are now looking to the digital catalog for the software provider. If it is not already in the digital catalog, each and any CIO then has to come through my office to get approval to customize capability. That way we're harmonizing our capability and interoperability instead of having disparate information stovepipes. And working with partners like Dr. Matty, that is the way that we are going to get to where we need to be a lethal, ready, and efficient workforce by harnessing in the requirements, making sure that people can't step outside, and the way I use it is outside the requirement box. Any CIO that sees themselves or CISO as a very different or unique entity within the DoD, they're going to have to come to my office and to my team, which is an entirety of the MILDEP CIOs, and explain why they're so different. It's a way to collaborate, to bring people together, to make sure that we're doing the right thing by not only the taxpayer, but more importantly, the warfighter. Recently, we're doing a project where we're redoing the RMF process, and we're bringing all of those entities, those many disparate CIOs, to come to agreement on how to automate and how to make it faster and more efficient for the taxpayer, but more importantly, the warfighter.
Okay, and in the interest of making sure everybody gets to answer or ask questions, I'll yield the rest of my time. Thank you.
You're looking at a seasoned soccer pro right there.